We are following breaking news of a terror threat. Investigators say that they have uncovered 20 sleeper cells that they believe were ready to strike Europe. The shocking discovery coming just hours after a terror cell raid in Belgium that left 2 suspects dead. Let's bring in Indiana Congressman Carson. He was just selected as the first Muslim to serve on the House Intelligence Committee. Good morning, Congressman. Congratulations.
Good morning. Thank you for having me, Allison.
So this must have been baptism by fire. Tell us what this week has been like for you, given all of the news of terror plots and all of the Islamic extremism that we've been talking about.
Well, I want to start off by thanking Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi for her boldness in making this distinguished appointment. I come from the intelligence community. I think I'm the only member of Congress who has served and worked in a fusion center. So I understand the importance of having different ideas, different agencies present, and different minds working together to keep our country and our global community safer.
Yes, you understand the importance of that diversity and bringing different voices to the committee, but it sounds like not everyone does. In fact, one of your colleagues, Congressman Joe Crowley, was so upset by some of the comments that he heard leveled about you joining the Intel Committee that he felt compelled to write a letter about it, about the negative reaction. Let me read a portion of it. He says, a shocking amount of comments made in conservative publications and on social media to the effect that Congressman Carson's integrity is somehow in question as a result of his religion. Congressman, what sorts of comments have you been hearing?
Well, the staff has told me about, usual comments. I think for the most part, folks have been very excited about this opportunity on both sides of the aisle. I commend my dear friend from New York, Joe Crowley, who comes from a law enforcement family, as I come from a military family. And so I think he understands he represents a very diverse community, particularly a South Asian community. And Joe and I have worked on many issues, and we've worked on issues regarding bringing Muslims and Sikhs and other groups to the table to make our country a better place to live. So I commend Joe for his boldness.
And Joe Crowley basically calls on your colleagues to speak out against whatever Islamophobia is being leveled at you. And again, he felt that there was a need to do this. So, but Congressman, I imagine that you can understand how confused Americans are about Islam, and particularly about this murderous strain that appears to be part of the religion somehow. How do you explain it to people?
Well, it certainly doesn't represent the religion and those who are purporting to be Muslims. It's not any different than those who claim to be Christians or Jews or Hindus and commit atrocious acts. I think it's clear that we will never win the war on national terrorism or even global terrorism, for that matter, without getting help from Muslims, getting help from Sikhs, getting help from non-theists, and those who are committed to keeping our country safer and making the world a better place to live.
Congressman, let's talk about the breaking news this morning. We hear that there have been these raids throughout Europe, in Belgium, and they've uncovered that there may be 20 sleeper cells with as many as 180 people involved in them. They were poised to attack, we're told by investigators. This must make your head swim as you are part of the Intelligence Committee. What more can you tell us about what's going on through Europe?
Well, I think it is clear that the European intelligence agencies have been working with U.S. intelligence agencies in terms of targeting the threat and isolating the threat. I think there's more to unearth and discover. I think I am not an expert at telling France what she should do with her citizens, but sending 10,000 troops is a start for them. I know they certainly don't want to become a totalitarian state, but in protecting the rights of citizens, there's a delicate balance between keeping people safe and surveilling as citizens to the point where we are targeting people specifically, not because of race, not because of religion, but making sure we're targeting the right people and eliminating the threat to make people safer.
Very quickly, the Pentagon here at home says it's deploying 400 more troops to train the rebels in Syria to fight against ISIS. Are more troops the answer?
Well, I think we don't want to have what we had in Iraq, but we certainly want to provide the rebel forces with the right equipment to secure that region. I think that the administration has done a fantastic job. There's more to be done, but we cannot win this war unless we get help from our friends in the Arab League and the international community. It's very clear.
Congressman Carson, thanks so much for joining us on New Day, and best of luck in your new post.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Let's
All right, another big topic for us, Allison, is the nightmare in Nigeria as Boko Haram's reign of terror just continues.